This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Heavyweight champion Tully Blanchard, James J. Dillon, a tape that you've been talking about now for a couple of weeks this year.
Well, recently a day went down in wrestling history that's never going to be forgotten. I'm talking about Friday, May 23rd, 1986, at the Norfolk Scope. And you're going to ask me what happened that day, and I'm going to tell you, wrestling history was made because, Mr. Blanchard, it was the first time in wrestling history that Ronnie Garvin, Mr. Hands of Stone, had been knocked cold.
Let's just show it, JJ. Let's roll that tape.
Let's roll the tape that Mr. Blanchard and Mr. Dillon are talking about.
Now, just to preface this just a little bit, what you have here, Garvin coming to the ring. Now, you know, Garvin's trying to take me out here on national television. Dusty Rhodes wrapping the tape up, knocked me out, embarrassed me. So how are you going to embarrass Ronnie Garvin, one of the toughest men in the world? So James J. and I had a little meeting of the minds. So I came down to the ring. You see me over there with the sling on? With the sling on. I was down there at the ring with the sling on. Everybody in the world thought I was hurt.
You really were hurt. He really wasn't hurt.
That's not the point. The point is Leo Burke, Canadian Golden Gloves champions out there to try Garvin on for size, but we've got a backup plan and a backup plan and a backup plan. Johnny Garvin, you got to get up awful early in the morning to get one up on Tully Blanchard Enterprises. So they're going through this, and Ronnie Garvin right now. You know, when I look back at this tape a little while ago, JJ, you start thinking about Roberto Duran, the other man in the history with the hands of stone. Roberto Duran, that great fighter, great killer, great puncher, great boxer. And you know, when you think about the other hands of stone, Ronnie Garvin, there I am right there, sitting there with a very confident look on my face, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, I tell you what, when J.J. Dillon's plans go in action, Jackson Brown, they go into action. Now, this is going Leo Burke in there, the Canadian Golden Guns champion. Ronnie Garvin wants knockout or submission hold. You know, he wants this to go through the match. We're just going to let the people watch it.
This is where Garvin's ego got the best of him, knowing that Leo Burke was a former Canadian Golden Gloves boxing champion. So he figured he was going to embarrass us by going out there and knocking him out. But we were waiting for it.
Okay, you and Tully were still out there at ringside, so obviously Ron Garvin knew that maybe something was up right here.
No, Ron Garvin's ego got the best of him right here.
Ron Garvin is like taking candy from a baby. His ego overwhelmed him so bad and so great that he thought he was just out there all prim and proper going to knock a guy out and make a big impression on me. Well, the thing that comes up, you just watched Tony Schiavone, because I know you hadn't seen this.
No, I have not, and Ron Garvin right there taking a shot from Leo Burke. All right, here comes, got the shoe off.
Damn shoe.
Got the shoe off. Now right there, I'm sure that was not in the plans.
Well, I said the backup plan to the backup plan. Don't worry, we're still in control of this situation.
It's like picking up a safety blitz in football. You got to be able to react to the situation. Now you watch what happens.
Okay, he said like picking up a safety blitz in football. We're going to take a look further in this tape now. As Tommy Young counts Leo Burke out right there. And here, okay, obviously now, Tully, you got that right hand taped up.
Now see, Dusty Rhodes wants to bring the tape in. Just tape. It's just tape, ordinary tape. You use every day in every athletic event. It's just ordinary tape. But you look at Ronnie Garvin, ordinary tape, hitting Ronnie Garvin in the head, laid there like, oh, great hands of stone. Roberto Duran did when Sugar Ray Leonard beat him half to death, and he's going, no mas, no mas. Ronnie Garvin, it's just natural tape. It's just a roll. You go buy $2 down at the store, Ronnie Garvin. And now the coup de grace, the final, the pile driver.
Pile driver.
Ronnie Garvin, you are not going to try to embarrass me ever again. It's taken me some 4 weeks to get back, but you will never. Now look at it, looking up at me, and you know what you heard over his breath, JJ. I know you're real close, and you like this a lot. I know what he said. He's a witness. Tell him what he said. He's looking at me. What did he say? I quit. I quit. And you know, Ronnie Garvin, that did my heart good to know that a man like you would look up at me with ordinary tape on his head, just ordinary tape. You go buy at the store and look up at me and go, I quit. I quit. The only time, and you know, JJ, the first time in his great, formidable career, the hands of stone, Ronnie Garvin, the newly acclaimed United States citizen, got carried out on a stretcher with Magnum TA and all the rest of them carried him right out of the Norfolk Scope.
Tully Blanchard Enterprises. We're coming right back.
Buddy, Tully had some heat. Cheer, the fans starting to chant. We don't want to hear it.
Oh, absolutely, man. Natural heat.
That was a good angle. Oh my gosh, here we go.
Here he is.
Ladies, shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the human highlight film of professional wrestling, Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
And we had Big Bubba here as the heavy.
We would attempt to. I would do it a lot, at least as time went on, and I got to know Ray even more because he would have to always look serious, not break care. And he was such a great kid from Dallas, Georgia, Southern boy. We would try to break him up, make him laugh.
Sure.
And it never worked. I mean, sometimes you could see a little smile across his face. I would step on his foot as I'm holding the microphone.
Oh, that's fun.
For Jim Cornette, and just say, oh, kind of like look down and glance up at him. And it was good, man. Just the whole Bubba angle I loved. And of course, when I think about Bubba, I think about him in Starrcade of that year.
Yeah.
Trying to catch Jim Cornette falling off the scaffold. And as I'm sitting there ringside looking up and he's looking up, I know there ain't no fucking way he's going to catch Jim Cornette because Jim was a big guy. I mean,
what was funny?
Arn Anderson.
Maybe Emmanuel Fernandez would like to try that maneuver on me sometime, Tony Schiavone. I'm sure he would. The Great American Bash, the greatest sporting event ever in the history of any promotion, is coming all throughout this country in the upcoming months. Right or wrong, Tony Schiavone? And one of the topics of the World Television title. I don't care who it is. I want top contenders when I'm in the arena with 25 or 50,000 people because Tony Schiavone, I base my credibility on one thing. That's defending this against the top competitors in the world today. And as you see, I do it week in and week out right on this television. Right or wrong?
Right.
That's the reason when I tell you something is going to happen. And I've been talking about all along the 4 horsemen, not 3. I'm talking about 4 horsemen, and you know who that is. That's my cousin, Ole Anderson, a man that taught me quite a bit about tag team wrestling and one thing alone about being a man. So Dusty Rhodes, when you and those 300-pound Road Warriors did what you did, and you know what I'm talking about, I told you there would be a rebuttal. So somewhere in this great land, at the time of our choosing, Ole Anderson will show back up. You can bank on that.
Back right after this timeout.
He was just teasing last week that he'll be here next week, and now he's saying, "Oh, it's the time of our choosing." Interesting.
I like how he said, "Taught me a lot about being a man."
Yeah.
Suffered by Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express into the hands of the world heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. We're going to take a look at that. Fans, you're not really going to like what you're going to be seeing, but we need to take a look at this right now. Let's go to that tape. David,
a match. Watch Ricky Morton. He has, watch the referee out. Now watch it. He goes down for that pin. Now you count it. He has the man beaten right there.
Ricky Morton, it's obvious the man could stay right in the ring with a heavyweight champion of the world. He has proved that time and time again.
Here they come.
How many times have we seen this?
So many times. All right, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, J.J. Dillon comes in. They start to stomp away on him. They did this one time before. They rubbed his face in the concrete. Now they take him.
And there's nothing a man can do, regardless how good athlete you are, when there's a 4-on-1.
Look at Ric Flair. He takes his time, gets his position, drops the knee right across the head, puts his face right.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.